All right, here we go. Go back here. Where's my list of posts? I've already uploaded these, and so now we will audit these. And I'm getting really this is getting old. I've been making these videos all morning, and it's really taxing on me to do this because of my handicap. But here's what we'll do. We'll fact check these posts. And I'm not sure what the hell happened. It looked like that one of these didn't load. I don't know why that would be. And see this UI. This is an old UI that I use. My new UI is a lot better. Okay, so here we have Stacy Blankhorn. And we'll fact check this post. We'll put these puppies side by side on the monitor. Okay, so we've got 41 reactions with a teary-eyed. Okay, and I don't have the comment count loading into my UI. I've been thinking about upping that. Okay, you can go anywhere. Okay, so that comment looks right. And I don't have the comment dates on here either. That looks right. We got 1 like. Okay, so this comment about voting, right here, this matches. We got 4. Now some of these, that's another. I'm missing some emoticons. Okay, so I'm missing an emoticon here, but it's otherwise right. And again, these emoticons have nothing to do with my analysis. Okay, this is correct. This is correct. However I can be PMing you. Okay, we got an image here. Okay, now their image is oriented different than mine. Okay, and then we got that. Now, this is incredibly annoying. I'm really I'm really taxed right now. I can't stand this. It kills me to have to do anything. I can do the stuff like doing this with websites. I can do this better than I can do anything. I go for weeks without bathing because of how hard it is for me to do stuff with my neurological damage. Okay, and this group right here that this post is from, this is not a scam group. But you can see here, these are all matching up. I'm missing an emoticon there. It's not entirely that hard to add these emoticons. I got sick of adding them. I've got a lot of them. You'll see that a lot of these emoticons render. Sorry, that's correct. Yeah, we're talking about penises. Deborah Golding here, she's made a comment. Okay, that matches. That matches. Okay, here's the same emoticon I'm missing again. And actually, some of these emoticons I've gotten. I just gotta. Okay, here's Lindsay Thomas. She has no. Okay, here we go with that. I'm getting depressed over not having these emoticons. Usually, most of the emoticons render if I've got a post. Post, say, see here, this matches up with this. Here, actually, I'll expand this here. You got Wells Fargo's beautiful horses there. Your autism group scam horses. Here's he's calling somebody a douche. Okay. It's Brian Hedrick. Now, one thing, if these people change their names, that can cause my data to be off because my data is based on their profile link. But it doesn't cause my data for my analysis to be off. It just means that I'll have a different profile name than they have, but I don't see that happening here. I'll be a tomboy, Stacy Blankhorn. Talking about privilege, excuse you. And this is incredibly taxing. I cannot stand this. Okay, so this is all correct. Big block of text here, big block of text here. And God, this is horrible. Look at all these I've got to fact check. Jesus Christ. Let's see if I've got any of these emoticons. Okay, boom, there I got one. I got the shoulder shrug. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just going to scroll through these, and I don't feel like dealing with it. I'm sorry. I wanted to fact check these thoroughly, but what we're going to do is we're going to fact check them just by looking at them in a more cursory manner. And one bug that I do have is if that all that it has is an image for a comment. On some of these comments, I won't have it. There's a certain variety of image that's embedded in what's called a div tag in Facebook's HTML. And those div tags that have an image in them, I don't get. Okay, if this looks close enough, and again, I'm sorry, this is murder on me. I will continue to fact check some more. But we're not going to thoroughly fact check them, but you can see here, I think you can see. And let me go back and let me find some of these that aren't part of the problem with this one stuff. 550,000 comments to validate. Okay, I gotta get this post ID. Okay, and again, it looks like I've missed a picture here. So I missed a picture. That's another bug that I'm aware of, but I got 15 reactions. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got a 1 like button. Okay, this looks good. We'll keep on to the next one. And so this is I'm not even gonna. What the hell is this? It's the same post over and over again. And I'm sorry, we'll fact check some more another day. I've fact checked a bunch of these, and I mean I'm super accurate on my data. Okay, so here we've got this. Let's go by. We got one comment about Medicare, Medicaid. One like, and these likes too. By the way, I've yet to do any analysis on the likes or any of the reactions, and I don't store likes. I just store reactions. So whatever reactions I get, I store as post reactions count. Or comments reactions count, whatever it happens to be. Okay, here. So this one looks to be obviously good. And I'm sorry, I know I'm under delivering here and over promising, but this is horrible. I mean, I feel so I feel impaired all day long, even when I'm doing nothing. Okay, even when I'm just laying on my bed, I can feel my impairment. It's my brain is broken. And it takes effort. You know, it's the way I feel, the way I communicate it, is that my whole life, everything that I've ever done, has required an extraordinary amount of mental effort. And so this is like going outside. Like when I lived in my apartment, we had a mailbox for my apartment complex, for my section. There was about a 40 or 50 foot walk, or maybe 75 feet from the door of my apartment. I just have to walk on level ground, and I take my key to my P.O. box, or my P.O. box. Take my key to my mailbox, and I put the key in, I turn it, and I pull out the mail. Okay, it takes there's an unbelievable amount of effort involved in doing that. And walking out my door and walking out, I'm not good at judging distance, but it's a perfectly level ground, a very, very relaxed, easy walk. Then it's not going to take you more than about 3 minutes at most to go there, get your mail, and come back. Probably faster than that, but there is an unbelievable amount of effort on the part of your brain required in taking on that task. Taking the can off of taking the top off of a can of Chef Boyardee spaghetti, and then putting pouring the spaghetti into a paper bowl, and then covering the paper bowl with a towel, and putting the paper bowl in a microwave, and turning it on. Okay, all of those tasks, there's a monstrous, unfathomable. You cannot just, it's massively, took billions of years, for the hardware in your brain to evolve, to be able to do something that requires so much effort, and then when you put it in there, you push a button to make it turn, to make it heat up for a minute, and you've got to watch it until it gets to 30 seconds, and you stop it at 30 seconds, and you take it out, and you reach into a drawer, if you hadn't already, and you pull out a spoon, and you take the towel off the top of the paper bowl, and you put the spoon into the Chef Boyardee spaghetti, and you stir it up, and then you take the spoon, and maybe you've got a towel to set it on, or maybe you put it in your kitchen sink or something. You set it somewhere where the spaghetti sauce is not going to stain something. You might have to wipe it off. Me, especially after I got handicapped, I would sometimes just take it and rinse it off, rinse the spaghetti the spaghetti sauce off in the sink. Okay, and you do all that. You put it back on. Okay, all that is a monstrous. It's enormous. Okay, puts massive requirements on your brain to do that step. Okay, and then you after it's done, you hear the beep and you press the button to the microwave door, and the microwave door flies open, and you pull out the bowl, and you throw away the towel. You take the towel, and the towel that's on top of the bowl that you put in there for heating it up, you throw that away, and then you close the microwave door, and then and you got to push it. There's a little click that happens when you close the door. Okay, that's another monstrous, huge horsepower involved on the part of your brain to do that. Okay, that's what I feel like my whole life. I've been doing all these things. I've been going to check the mail. I've been heating up spaghetti. I've been making my bed. I've been showering. I've been on all of this. It's like an ungodly demand on my brain, and the only reason that I never ever noticed it is because that my brain wasn't broken. Okay, and the fact that now my brain's broken, I am acutely aware of just what an enormous tax, the enormous resources, the enormous effort that is involved in doing literally any and everything that you can think of doing, no matter how simple it seems. Okay, but here, and of course I don't have, the reason their photo is smaller is because of Facebook's got better CSS than I do for, they've got more complex CSS rules for reducing the size, for appropriately sizing pictures. But here I've got the same thing, and I've got the link here. If somebody posts a link like this, some of these links I get, there's some links that I get, some that I don't. Okay, but this is obviously right. Okay, we'll get another one here. Maybe this will be the last one we fact check. But what, and this is something, it makes perfect sense to me. I'm not sure that I can articulate it in a way that makes sense to others. But what absolutely I think baffle an ordinary person is that I find it harder to change my clothes than I do to program websites like this. To shave my face takes like 20 or 30 times the effort it takes. To do something like this with a website, to program a website like this. And I'm not talking about in terms of time. I mean, there's obviously, like I said, I've been working on this website for 3 years. But I'm just saying, with the manual task as I start this project, as I go on, I gotta write programming scripts. I gotta test them, see what breaks, write them again, upload, write database, write SQL to transfer data from one database onto another and aggregate all of this. I'm able to do stuff like that. The stuff that I do on my computer, like writing Word documents and programming websites and surfing online specifically, are the things that I've most retained the ability to do, even though I'm still quite impaired. Okay, so we got 4 likes on this guy's post. And see here, we got this. So his images, like I say, the images, some of those are below, and I've got the link on his. Okay. And we got this guy talking about cars. I mean, this is really, I'm overwhelmed completely right now. This is absolutely horrible. And see there, I've got this puzzle piece emoticon. I've got the blue heart. It always is kind of depressing when I don't have an emoticon, but there are quite a few of these posts that are missing emoticons. And here we'll go ahead and pick a random one. I like one more. And I like doing this too, by the way, though. It's this project. It's very satisfying. Very fascinating, I guess. I don't know if satisfying is the right word, because I've been working on this for so long. Of course, I had to take about a year off because I was handicapped when they took away my medication. Okay, here's a bug. Well, this is not a bug because remember the single file doesn't save the videos, and so my programming script is not fine-tuned to not pick up stuff like picks up this guy's got a time stamp on his video somewhere. But this has nothing to do with my analysis. Okay, and so here this is good. Okay, well we're done with this video. I've fact-checked quite a few of these, and I apologize I can't fact-check more. But I'm getting kind of bad off here. But we'll continue on with this project in future videos. If I do, I'm probably gonna make some future videos. I'll probably keep going with this. Actually, I know I'm going to now that I think of it. I'll have at least another video or two where I explain how this data gets aggregated into my statistics application to do the statistical analysis. I may give more details about this UI. This UI is incredibly easy to make this UI. This is the bottom line of it all. That basically what I do is I buy pre-built HTML stuff, pre-built HTML components online. Cost me about $17. And I take this pre-built HTML and I erase a bunch of it, I backspace a bunch of it that I don't need, and I keep what I do need, and then I write a programming script that ties the UI to a database, and then it's like I'm done. That's the nice thing about programming websites. Once you learn how to do actual programming, you start out hand coding everything, and so like right here, I'll show you. And this is going to look like hell, by the way. This is here. Well, actually, I can use the inspect tab. It doesn't look like hell in the inspect tab. Let's see here. I've got all these posts with all this stuff. And normally, when you start out learning how to build websites, you start out hand coding everything. Okay, so I'd have to type every little bit of this. I would have to type. I have to type div, class, post, content, all this HTML. If I go and edit this HTML, you will see here that there's just a big gob of stuff to write. Okay, well, the first shortcut around that, you don't have to know how to program this. It's to buy stuff that's already built for you that you don't have to write. You can just take what somebody else writes and modify it. And then when you get to the point that you can write programming scripts, and particularly when you can use you can interact with a database, it's like you write one programming script or one set of programming scripts, and for the rest of your life that website will write itself. It doesn't matter how many posts you have, no matter what you do. It's like there's no additional effort. The computer that you're running your website on does all the work for you. But that's this video, and I hope you enjoyed this. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.